today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, this is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Buffalo Bills and I'm Brandon Gunn. And yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway in Foxborough. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the first round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These two AFC East rivals, Buffalo and New England, well, the Bills, they've kind of flipped the script the last few years in this series. Won 16 times in 17 years. But it's the Bills who have captured the title the last 2 years, and they crushed the Pats in the wild card round last year, you might remember, in Buffalo, 47-17. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stop the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
To throw again on second down. Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Throwing, Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
From the 29, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We don't often see trades between division contenders, but that's exactly what we got. when Devontae Parker was traded from Miami to New England. Injuries never let him become the guy Miami envisioned when they selected him 14th overall in 2015. But in his lone season healthy, he went over 1,200 yards and had 9 touchdowns. That's the play the Patriots are seeking to get in this deal.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 36, Jones completes it to Aguilar. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Harris will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyler Matakevich from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. Folk's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And there he goes left side. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 72 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Pass on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Well, the Patriots gearing up to go now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Jones on 1st down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. back. This is Ramondre Stevenson. That's seen as 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Singletary to get the drive started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From midfield, here's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 78 yards rushing now for Singletary, and he's got a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Forced out to his left. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
On 1st down, Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit.
This from 44 yards away.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now out come the Patriots.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
As they take over.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Allen to throw it. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
He made his first attempt, this from 45.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills will add on to their lead.
They continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Jones.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this is Parker, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Second and 2.
Off play action. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They set up the screen for Stevenson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Stevenson will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Harris.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Patriots get a bit closer.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 88 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Allen.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Allen going to throw.
Quick slant to Crowder. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
We'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Touchdown! Devin Singletary. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. And he wisely will throw that one away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They hand this off to Harris. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for 2nd in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns and was a game short of 1,000 yards.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 1st down. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. But they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Point, as you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. The drive starts with a completion, left side.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. New England's offense set to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen punching it in from a yard away. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So the Patriots coming out now.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers, scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Left side caught by Diggs.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, and that is incomplete here. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right in the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And again, it's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Throwing Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking to throw. Jones.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Back to throw. Jones.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. at issue here. Does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Jones. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Parker's got it for a New England touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Patriots get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
On for the extra point is Folk. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Devontae Parker able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Off the play fake. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Jones. And he will throw this one out of the back of the...
It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Folks' kick is good.
And that gets them back within 10.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But his linebacker's just having one of those days where everything he does is working. I think you got to get a running back in there to help block, double team him, do whatever. Because right now, he's having a ball. Multiple sacks in this one. That one, the quickest.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. Throwing to start the drive. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle, he's got Myers.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On the give, this is Harris. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
They run for it with Harris, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To the air, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones, complete. It's Henry.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Jones on 1st down.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Damian Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And now out come the Bills. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
23 yards on the play.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen going to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On second and goal, Allen, nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Singletary. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
And now here in this situation, a field goal would still have them only up by 1 score, so I would think about going for it. Even if you don't get in, you put your defense in a really nice spot, making the offense go the long way to try and score.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Off play action. Jones steps away. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They hand this off to Harris, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
Folks' kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Allen now on 1st down.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continue to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st down, Allen. He finds his man. That's Sweeney.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
So the false start will back them up 5. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Jones Throwing on 3rd and long. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He completes it to Henry. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
This is Harris. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
They'll run here with Moss.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Singletary.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Devin Singletary.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Bass on for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Jones. He's going to let it fly.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Singletary. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, the guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.